So now let's start the second part of this first topic, which is how to connect to the broad server. So this is going to be the last module of this first topic, server. So first we're going to see the theory on how to connect to the broad server, and then we'll see in practice how to do so. Okay, so let's say you have on one side your personal laptop, and the second one, you have the broad server that you want to access. So to do that, as I said previously, you will need a bash shell to type the commands that are requested to be connected to the broad server. So to connect to the broad server, you need a secure socket shell, or SSH. And this SSH is a protocol giving a secure way to access a server. So which means it's gonna encrypt the connection so that nobody from the outside can connect to the broad server using the connection. So to add an extra layer of security, the Broad Institute installed a virtual private network, or VPN, which is an extra step to encrypt the connection. And so this means that first you need your laptop to be connected to a VPN. And then from this VPN, you're gonna connect to the broad server. Okay, so now let's see in practice how to connect to the broad server. So there are three prerequisites to connect to the broad server. So the first one is to install the Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobile application, which is the application that we're going to use to connect to the Broad Institute VPN. The second one is to install the Duo application on your smartphone, and you're going to need the Duo application to connect to the Broad VPN. And then for Windows users only, you need to have installed the Ubuntu application, which is an emulator of a bash shell. So the first step is launching the Broad VPN. So to do that, you need to open the Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobile application, to type the Broad VPN address, vpn.broadinstitute.org, and then to click on the connect button. Then you're going to have this window that we're going to ask you three different things. The first thing is your Broad username. So usually is the first letter of your first name and your last name. So for me, for example, it's S. Ghazal because I'm Steven Ghazal. The second thing is your Broad password. And the third thing is a notification code from the Duo app, which is a 6-digit code that you can find through the app using your smartphone. Then you need to click the OK button. And once connected, you will see this window showing that your connection to the Broad VPN has been successful. The second step is to launch a bash shell. So as I said previously, if you are on Windows, you need to open the Ubuntu app. If you are on macOS, you need to open Mac Terminal. And now the third and last step is to connect to the Broad server through the terminal. And so what you need to type in the terminal is this command line, SSH, space, then your username at login.broadinstitute.org. Then you need to validate this command, and if your connection has been successful, this is the kind of output you should be able to observe from your terminal. So now we're done with the first topic on these bash classes. We have seen what is a terminal, how to open a terminal, and how to use a terminal to connect to the Broad server. And so on the second part of this Unix class, we're going to see how to navigate through the Broad server, how to view files and directory, Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I do connect to the Broad server from my laptop. So the first thing I need to do is to open the Cisco application. Okay, the VPN address is already in, it's vpn.broadinstitute.org. I'm going to click on connect. Then it's going to ask me my username, sghazal, my personal password, which I'm going to type. And then a duo passcode. And so to have the passcode, I need my the Duo app, and I need to click on the Broad Institute one. It's going to give me a 6-digit number that I need to type here. Then I'm going to type enter. I need to accept that. And now you're connected to the Broad VPN. You just need to type SSH, your username, login.broadinstitute.org. Type enter. It's going to ask you your Broad password. Again, no need to use Duo here. And then it's okay. You're connected to the Broad server and you can start typing some commands. So this is the end of the first topic. We have seen what is a terminal, how to open a terminal, and how to use the terminal to connect to the Broad server. And then on the next topic, which we're going to see how to navigate and edit files and directories.